Alright, everybody. Welcome to the first session of the Wildemount of the podcast. As you all know, there's a number of homebrew rules. We went through character creation that will come up as the game progresses, that we will go over in due time. So. Alright, so. All of you. You feel yourselves floating as your eyes open. You look around and you are surrounded by darkness. You see yourself floating in this dark void, alone. There's nothing around you but darkness. You look at yourself, no clothes, just darkness around you. You're wondering, are you awake? Are you asleep? Is this a dream?
Am I dead?
Are you alive? Are you dead? You place a hand on your chest, you're breathing, looking around a bit panicked. You feel your heart beating. You take a moment to be thankful that, for now, at least, you seem to be alive. You think about how you got wherever you are. And then memories start to come to you. Bits and pieces. You remember strange, pulsing blue crystals, writhing blue tentacles, strange, hideous insect-like abominations with translucent blue wings. Horrible images come to your head in bits and pieces, and you think, what does it all mean? As you're thinking, pondering on your situation, your thoughts are interrupted as you hear a clang of metal striking metal. A moment passes and a bright light begins to shine faintly in the distance. Another clang and the light begins to grow. And another. And another, and it gets louder and louder. Every clang the light grows brighter until you're blinded by this light. You jolt awake and you hear, I said it's time to wake up! You all wake up, looking around, finding yourself lying in cells. Rain, you see her lying on the ground, cold, wearing white, cold, tattered clothing, lying maybe 15, 20 feet from a disheveled man with black hair. Angelo, you wake up, find yourself lying on the ground, not too far from this small girl. She's no more than 10, maybe 11. This child is waking up, seems to be waking up. Bryn, as you awaken, you find yourself wearing strange clothes, lying on a cold ground, not an unfamiliar feeling, but strange considering what you can remember. Lying not too far from a black-scaled dragonborn who, like you, appears to be waking up. Kira, you awaken as well. Lying on the ground, coming to consciousness, you find yourself wearing strange, white, tattered clothing. You see Torrid awakening next to you, seemingly confused as you see these jagged blue crystals protruding from their shell. Lying not too far from you is a Kenku, wearing similar tattered clothing. Aura, you find yourself waking up in a cell next to near this elven girl with a giant crab by her side with strange crystals growing from its shell. You all take a moment to see your surroundings as you see a figure standing before you wearing a dark blue, nearly black cloak. Arms and legs, what you can see of them are black and wrinkled. He looked at all of you in your various cells. You see his face is partially covered in this blue crystal. His face seems relaxed. One eye is visible with a glossy light blue pupil. Ah, wonderful. It seems you're all awake. That's excellent. Oh, there's so much work to be done and so little time to do it. The Elder Seal will be here soon. I must finish preparation. Oh, don't you worry. He'll be joining us soon enough. As they walk down the tunnel and out of view, as you all take a moment to gather your surroundings, what do you all do?
I have to make this comment as Kira. There's nothing to be worried about. Yes, as all of our clothes are missing, and we're in freaking cells. Really reassuring. I'm surprised you're here with me, she says to her crowd.
Shh.
You just see Angelo looking around as he gets up by the bars.
As you get
bullshit.
As you get up to the bars, you see they are rusty metal with these blue crystal growing on various joints throughout.
He straight up says, "What kind of bullshit do you have me locked up for this time?"
What the? As you see the Dragonborn starting to stand up, this large, 7-foot tall, hundreds of pounds, this mass of flesh and muscle. What's going on? Anybody else do anything?
I look for Asmodeus.
You feel he is coiled, wrapped around a small bit of your shirt on the inside, doing obviously that he can to stay hidden. As he notices you are awake, he starts to move and come out from your shirt and lay himself around your neck, nuzzling you, affectionate and glad that you seem to be okay.
I'm glad you're okay too.
I'm gonna start looking around. Is there anything in the cell with me and the Dragonborn, or is it just us?
It is just the two of you, and various parts around you, on the walls, ceiling, and floor, are these lightly glowing blue crystals that are filling this tunnel with a strange light, somewhere between dim and bright. It's more than enough to see for anyone who is lucky enough to have dark vision. But you gather anyone who doesn't might have a bit of a problem.
These crystals, how large are they? Are they like clumps, or there's like large shafts coming out of them?
Some are small pieces, others are large, like clusters bursting from the wall. And on the cell wall, or the bars rather, they are mostly small, like rocks, almost like think like about the size of maybe a D20. To give an example, they're not large. What are on the bars?
If I can find one large enough, can I try to like break off a piece as like maybe make like a ship or something like that and like hide it in like my clothes?
Sure. Give me a strength check. Unless you have something you want to do with a spell.
Yeah, let's do strength for that. Ouch.
You look around and you find one that would be suitable for a shiv, and it's a good size, maybe a dagger-sized crystal, and it will not budge from the wall.
I turn towards the Dragonborn. Hey, big guy, can you help?
Help with what?
Can you pull this off of the wall for me?
Sure. Oh, give me a sec. As he walks on over you. And he shatters it from the base of the wall and hands you this. It's about the size of a dagger's blade without the hilt. It's a little unwieldy, but you feel like it could potentially be used.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Here you go.
What was that?
Here you go. Ren, you do not.
Shit.
Thank you. What's your name?
He looks thinking for a second, looking at the ground. Not entirely sure. Dracaroth, I think. That feels familiar.
Dracaroth, you said.
He nods, huh? Yeah. Who are you?
I'm Breen, thank you. Do you know what happened to you?
I don't know. I don't know where we are. I don't know what's going on. He kind of like looks. He kind of like walks over to the bar. Hey, you know what's going on? Why are we here? He looks a bit panicked, confused, and scared. He like looking between you all. Like think of it like this. Like let me put you guys onto the first chalkboard map. Ignore the field. I need to let me just put that away.
Spoilers.
So, if this is the hallway, we have oh, they're not
Not players.
Yeah, that I realized that as I placed them.
You don't understand the mission and a half I had to do to send that whisper.
And give me a second.
Hey Josh, can I have a very picky request?
As he's like looking around, what's up, Ren?
Can you make the background be like a grey and not a piercing white?
Yes, I can if you give me one moment.
Thank you. I'm sorry. It just
You can't
hurts.
do math, and it doesn't bother you anyway. Stuck looking at character sheets.
I have mine like set up like a bunch of cards in front of me.
Background, give me a second. How's that?
Thank you so much. That's so much better.
That
So,
is better.
uh,
Wow.
this is like a general estimate, minus, the exact distances between you all, of just what the situation looks like. In front of you, there is in this corner right here an empty cell with bits of crystal and things growing on the ground floor, on the ground, ceiling, and walls. As Drakarov is at the bars, kind of looking around, seeing you all. What anyone know what's going on?
Not a clue.
I think we're all in the same spots as you, buddy.
Oh no. Okay. What should we do?
We need to get out of here. This could be the work of a very bad group of people, and we just need to leave.
Anyone know? Anyone got an idea? He's kind of
Yeah, we
hands
can break
apart.
these shits apart.
He looks to Bryn, looks around. Want me to try?
You look like
Wait.
you would be best at it.
Oh, yeah, lady.
Didn't that little whatever was talking to us earlier, didn't it mention that someone was going to be coming?
The elder.
You all recall the Elder Seer will be coming soon. You don't know how long it may take. Time could be very precious or very little. Every moment is passing.
Can I start looking around the cell I'm in with Kaiba?
You see crystal on walls, and just like I said, without like similar to others. If you're trying to find a certain size kind of crystal, you might be able to find it. But otherwise, it is an empty cell. You have been laying on like cold, hard ground.
Are any of the bars, if I were to walk over and test any of the bars, are any of them like loose or structurally unsound?
It feels like bits and pieces are structurally unsound, specifically where you can tell the gate, where the door is. Due to some of the crystals and rust, seems like with enough force you could potentially break it open. but that it will likely not be quiet in your experience and expertise. Ren, if Kira wants to try and find a shiv-sized crystal, you will be able to find one. Give me a strength check to see if you can actually break it from the wall.
Nope.
Unfortunately, similar to Burden,
I tried.
it will not budge. It is solid.
Can I try?
You give me a strength check.
Gotcha.
While he does that, these marks here, are these walls or are those also like bars?
That is walls.
Okay.
That is a wall, but you are able to like lean out and like kind of look around. The walls, the bars are not that wide. You grab it and you break off like a dagger-sized piece of crystal.
And toss it there.
Kira, tossed at your feet is a dagger-sized crystal.
Oh, thanks. She takes it.
At this point, Drakarov has his hands like on the bar, like ready to push. He's like, "Should I try? Will it make noise? Am I gonna get in trouble?
Probably definitely will make noise.
Should I do it?
We'll probably definitely get in trouble.
Especially if I can't.
Should we wait?
Maybe. I don't know.
We can work together, maybe, or we can wait. I don't know what's going on."
I'm gonna take the shard of crystal I got. I'm gonna try to like cut open the hem of my pants and kind of like hide it in there.
Give me a sleight of hand check. We'll see how well you hide it. It is fucking gone. Like it never existed. Just Assassin's Creed, just not there.
We should wait. Let's see what this elder has to say.
All right. Minutes start to pass. If anyone wishes to interrupt or do something, please go right ahead and say it.
Kira's seeing if Laura's sentient.
I just kind of look back at you. You know how like birds cock their heads a bit when they're looking at something? Just looking at you. And then I strut over to your crab and like squat down and look at them. And start looking at the crystals, going at your crab and then look at you.
I actually touched the crystals on the crab. Is it like growing or is it just stuck? Like, wood chips.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Because you're like looking this over, you're inspecting them. Okay. You look and you think maybe it's stuck. And then you start to see cracks in the shell. And you worry that this might be growing and not just stuck.
Oh, I need to get this out of you. Is this like a parasite kind of crystal? Oh god, these crystals are probably alive. Okay.
Don't say that when I have one in my pants, alright?
Listen, as long as it's not penetrating your flesh as it usually goes about, you should be fine.
To be fair, I think that's most things.
Okay, would this be a medicine? Or a nature?
I will say you are trained to try and remove this, but you can tell you don't believe you have the tools on hand to do it.
Damn it.
At least not without really risking their life.
Okay, damn it.
Quick question.
Yes.
Because my tablet wants to be acting bullshit all of a sudden. And it's phasing in and out.
That's okay.
Don't I have, one of the two abilities that I got from my, not my class, from that thing that we discussed yesterday?
The thing with the light, you mean?
No. It was the one when I told you I said that we that I technically have two forms of healing, one from the paladin class and
you
one
have
from the
both.
other.
You have both of those. Yes.
And does
both
one
of those
them
require touch.
You said both of them require what?
touch. Like you have to lay your hands on somebody and touch them.
Yeah, no, I get that, but would that help in this situation?
You have no idea. You've never been in a cave before like this. You've never been like seeing these crystals before. This is a strange new situation to you.
Alright, fuck it, I'll try it.
To get to the crab, you have to start breaking open jail cells. Which you can do.
It's just toss me a crab.
This crab is like the size of a Great Dane.
Oh,
This
damn.
is a giant crab. This is a very large crab.
Alright, never mind then.
So you guys continue to wait.
Oh god, I'm getting more anxious.
You can break. You can
Me
ask.
personally, I don't mind breaking the fucking bars.
Dracaroth asks if you guys tell him to, he will break the bars.
Could
Yes,
we use like the crystals to kind of like rub at it? Like you know how nail file works? Kind of rub at it over time to slowly wear it down.
You feel like that could be possible, but you're not sure how long it would take. You don't know if it would work in the time frame that you don't even know that you have.
How long have we been waiting?
At this point, you guys have been waiting for, say 2 minutes at this point. Wow. Kira has been inspecting and evaluating the toilet.
Angelo pipes up and says, me personally, I don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
I don't want to get
Of
I
course we
I don't
really
want to
don't.
break
It's
the
not a
bars and get
PG.
in trouble unless you guys want me to, I guess. I don't want to get in trouble. As he kind of sinks his head down a little.
Dracaroth, I think we're already in trouble. Go ahead and give it a try. I'm gonna like pat his back and give him a bardic inspiration.
All right. He takes a couple of steps back. And the door just swings wide and slams against the other side as you two are now open.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna try and do mine.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Gotcha.
As this is like the hallway right here, just for instance. Ellie just be like,
I'm trying to
Okay.
move my... What the hell? Guys, help.
Where are you going? Where are you
I'm trying to
going?
move. Every time I grab my token, my entire screen starts shaking.
Just remember that I
no.
can't see the map.
okay. You quickly grab seeing that and thinking, okay, fuck it. You grab the bars in front of you and you kind of brace yourself and just, and it slams open, not as wildly as Dracaroth, but you manage to break it open as you and Rain are now free. Dracaroth comes on over to you guys with a I'll help you. I'll help you, lady.
Thanks.
Stand back.
Okay. Move back. Is she gonna be up close? Gonna make sure.
He grabs the bars and he's not gonna need something pretty fat. And he rips it open.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He's gonna look around. What should we do? As you guys look around, and you see in this hallway there are two paths you seemingly can take at the moment. There's the way the figure walked down, which is up to the north. To the south is the opposite direction, the way they did not come in. What do you guys wish to do? The noise has been made. At the moment you don't know what's going on, who's around.
Does anybody remember getting here?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Nope.
What should we do? Which way?
Josh, I would like to activate an ability I have.
Which one?
Divine Sense.
Okay. I'm assuming you step out into the hallway as you do this?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just take a look at this, see what it senses. And I'll tell
The
you what-
presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the
Okay.
type.
You know the type, but not their identity. You can detect. Okay. You detect. Let's see. Can you give me a charisma check real quick? Because I will.
Yeah,
you
sure.
get one. Sure.
I can do this a total of 3 times before I have to take a long rest. So-
4. You get it 4. 1 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh, okay.
So you have 3 times left. Okay. You take a moment to concentrate, feeling your powers and just trying to sense these divine outer beings. And you get 2 things. A strange, just uncomfortable sensation from both directions down this hallway. You're not able to place it. You can't, it's not celestial fiend or undead, but it's something off. And you smell a disgusting odor from Dracaroth. You want to vomit for a moment. You did not smell
Okay, character. Racist.
but as you activate this sense, this noxious odor comes from that direction, and you can tell it is coming from Dracaroth.
From him himself or the direction he's in?
From him.
Okay.
Which way should we go? What should we do?
The little guy
Aw.
probably went to some. Sorry, under character.
No, keep going. I'm just thinking out. I was thinking out loud.
The little one probably went to some kind of important factors to get a hold of their elders. Downside, that might be where they're putting equipment, or maybe not. But I don't want to run into them just yet, so maybe we go in the direction he didn't go in.
Well, luck favors the bold, and I'm gonna start heading south towards the door where he didn't go through. And as I walk by Dracaroth, come on, big guy.
Oh, okay. Preference is not a door. They just put that there, like, as a general, like, what part of the tunnel you're currently in. So, let me clear the drawings real quick.
Oh yeah, since now we're free, I'm gonna try and heal that crab.
Okay. Which one do you use? Lay on hand?
Maybe- Maybe don't heal it while it has the crystal in it, though?
Not a bad idea.
True. Shit.
Okay, so Bryn, you start walking down Dracaroth. Oh, okay. Looks to the rest of it, looks to everyone else.
I'll keep up pace, but try and be quiet.
All right.
I have little legs, wait!
Anyone who... Oh, sorry. Okay, we should be quiet. Anyone who's gonna stealth, roll me a stealth check, please.
Alright, I'll stealth.
Not great,
I'll try. Oh, not bad.
15, 23, 14, 17. Overall, good rolls. Okay, you're all pretty quiet, given your current panic and anxiety, as you make your way down the tunnel.
Angela will be at the back.
As you go down the tunnel, you go for maybe 300 feet or so. Yes, we use the roll. Don't worry. You go down maybe 300 feet, 400 feet. It's hard to tell exactly when everything's looking the same around you, as in the distance you see the tunnel starts to branch off into multiple paths.
Shit.
The first thing you see as you look seeing these pathways is 2 figures wearing similar cloaks walking out of a room. You see them close a door and walk down a tunnel to the right and start to disappear out of view as they start to go down. As you take a moment to approach, you see that the tunnel on the right, where they went, goes downward further underground.
Oops.
The one on the left seems to be going upwards. There is also a door on the left where they had come in from.